Get cozy, everybody, because they will continue to play Danganronpa Antebellum. Where were we? For the short small community, we are still back. I woke up to our third day of Truth or Dare surprisingly early. It was well before our usual morning meeting time when I found myself rolling in bed, unable to get back to sleep. Maybe I was just anxious to see what they'd dig up today, or just wanted to get the day over with. But despite how early it was, the same envelope that had been there the previous 2 days was on the same spot on my desk once again. Well, I guess I might as well rip the bandage off. I sighed and wandered over to it. This whole song and dance had become routine at this point. I was curious at what point it would become tedious to the audience. I slipped over the envelope and under the truth heading.
You used to include characters based off of people you didn't like in your class in your novels, often killing them off in brutal and twisted ways for catharsis.
It reminds you of that one guy, the director of Godzilla 1998, where they put a lookalike of Roger and Ebert. No, Siskel and Ebert. There you go. Sorry about that. Siskel and Ebert, and they made them goofs, but they never really killed them in the movie. Even Roger was like, "Huh? You put us there in the movie. You might as well kill us in a funny way."
Hey, I changed the names at least.
I could try to justify it, but it's always what I turned to, and was sort of bad. It was just so cathartic. I could make reality whatever I wanted it to be when I wrote. I was confined to the ways things actually were. I could make a world where they laid off me. I got to be the ones being beaten down for once. It's better than what some other people did to their bullies. I wasn't exactly going to send my fans after them, was I? No one would be able to connect the characters to their real-world counterparts. They weren't anyone famous or relevant or with any kind of online presence. Still, I think the others would be more wary of me if they heard about it. And if it came out, that would be 3 truths outed. All of these truths about me aren't too bad in isolation, but if they keep piling up, my reputation is going to start souring before I know it. And if it gets too bad, then who knows what could happen.
I hope the dare isn't too bad. Avoid Prisoner 12 for the entire day. Do not talk to her alone, and ignore her if she tries to speak with you.
Prisoner 12, who was that again?
Oh.
Prisoner 12, that's Michael. Oh, okay. Easy. She has become pretty reliant on me. I don't know how she'd feel if I suddenly started ignoring her. She might think it's because of her truth from yesterday. But it's only one day, and surely she's smart enough to realize it's nothing personnel, kid. She has to realize it's a dare. I think she's dumb enough to not realize it, honestly. Well, we thought Fu stealing the blueprints yesterday was a dare, and that clearly wasn't the case. But even so, maybe a little bit of separation would be a good thing. Maybe it would be healthy for both of us. Maybe his meaning was right. Maybe I've gotten a little too carried away in thinking that helping Michael would make up for my past mistakes. I shouldn't be clinging on to the past like this anyway. It's wrong. I need to clear my head. I stepped out of my cell and went on a small walk around the prison, hoping I'd eventually decide what to do. It was so early barely anyone else was awake. The prison seemed entirely empty. Shingo, the truth isn't that bad. Please don't be stupid. But as I entered the canteen, I realized one of the other person was awake. Dr. Elenis was alone in the canteen, sitting in quiet contemplation. She was holding something in her hands. I approached her quietly. I rarely got to speak to her alone. She was always so busy. I was apprehensive about what had come out about her last night, but still.
Dr. Elenius.
Good morning.
Katsuki.
She seemed a little surprised to see me, quickly trying to hide what she was holding. You're up early. Is something the matter? I just started to clear my head. What have you got there? Dr. Elenius let out a small sigh and slowly pulled out what she was holding from under the table.
Takahiro, maybe this.
Doll. In Alora's hand was a sloppily and awkwardly constructed doll, clearly made out of whatever Taka could get his hands on.
Is that...
Yes. It's a doll. He gave it to me yesterday. As a way to say thank you for giving him a second chance. He told me that there's nothing wrong with having a few embarrassing hobbies here and there. And while I might not have my full collection here, he wanted to try making this place nicer for me. Like I've made it nicer for everyone.
He really said all of that?
More or less. Although I subtracted his usual Taka-isms for the sake of brevity.
Huh. That's really sweet, actually.
Yeah, Taka's a good guy. You people just don't look past his Taka-isms, as Dr. Elenius eloquently put it.
Takahiro is quite the handful, but he does have his moments. I really needed this when he gave it to me. I'm grateful, honestly.
Have you been alright? I mean...
If you want the truth, Kutsuki, I really do want to keep everyone here safe. That's my highest priority. I know it's unlikely I can do anything to save everyone here, but if I can, I want to. I know some of the people here likely don't deserve that, but I do want them all to be breathing at the end of this. I'm not making as much progress procuring an exit as I'd like to be, though. And as the motive gets more severe, I doubt my efforts to keep everyone reasonable and collaborative throughout it will be much help to resolve conflict. Especially as information comes out about me, I'm sure the others will start to trust me less and less. I'm tired, Kutsuki. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Delaying the inevitable, that is.
What inevitable? That you don't have a plan? I'm just thinking out loud.
Dr. Elenius.
That is definitely her name.
I want to save everyone. It's like there's this little, illogical, emotional, childish voice in my head who wants everyone to be okay, whether or not they deserve it. Whether or not it's possible. And it's silly, because being logical, I know that can never happen. I know I'm just stalling, buying time at best. And yet...
Dr. Elenius looked down at the doll, falling silent for a moment.
Seeing that others hold that same childish belief, that same desire, and that they genuinely trust I can make it possible.
Yeah, because you seem to have it all together.
It brings me hope. It gives me the energy to keep going. Even if there's only a small, tiny, insignificant chance that everything will turn out all right. Isn't that chance still worth chasing?
Dr. Elenius, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. Are you sure you'll be alright? She nodded, returning to her usual professionalism. I've had pressure placed on me as long as I can remember. I work better under it, really. But thank you for your concern. I'm not great at expressing it, but it does mean a lot to me. I think all of this means a lot more to you than you let on. That's nothing to be ashamed of. I know. But fuck, what the hell is that? Is that a burglar? Nah, it's impossible. At this time of day? At this time of night? Yeah. Let me just check real quick, fellas. False alarm is it's not a neighborhood cat. It's the cat that thinks she owns my house. It's the cat that I called her Putty. Anyways, but personal bias always seem to complicate things, thus I try to disconnect. Treat this all like it's just work. It's safer that way, but it's undeniable at this point that I care. And that does terrify me, quite frankly. Huh? I'll never forgive myself if I fail, if I let them get hurt. So we won't let that happen. No matter what happens, no matter what roadblocks are in the way, we just have to keep on moving. Ooh boy. This is triggering death flags. We have to keep on moving. I suppose you're right. The others should be arriving soon for the morning meetings. We should get ready. Of course, I apologize if my truth has soured your opinion of me. Same here, but being unreasonable about these secrets is just what the game wants, isn't it? So even if added context doesn't help, I won't let it make me think less of you. Thank you, Kutsuki. Oh, and one last thing before the others arrive. Happy Valentine's Day. Huh? I apologize if you wanted any chocolate or anything. I don't have any, but I've been counting the days since our last confirmed point. Yuzuki's birthday today marks Valentine's Day. I know it doesn't particularly change anything, but it's nice to at least know the time. Happy Valentine's to you too. Do you have anyone special in your life? Not in the traditional sense. I've never been one for relationships. But yes, I have someone I do care about quite a bit if that counts. It's for them as well that I want everyone to be safe. In my eyes, the greatest form of showing your love for someone is by helping them live their life to the fullest, however you can. Perhaps in a way, continue to try to find a way for us to all get on, despite it practically being impossible. Is my form of a Valentine's gift to everyone. That's really nice, Dr. Elenius. It's oddly sweet, coming from someone like you. I think it's a perfectly natural desire. Laura smiled at me as the others started to filter in one by one, grabbing various bits of food, shouting amongst themselves. Everyone filtering in one by one for our second morning meeting. Please fight, please fight. Thank you all for coming once again. I appreciate you coming to spit.
Fuck off.
I'm just here for answers. What the fuck are all those truths about? Yeah, some of them do seem like a real step up from the embarrassing self-reserved fanfiction and doll collecting. I appreciate everyone's questions that are answered, but let's be reasonable here, trying to take things one at a time. Let's do it how we did it last time and start with Katsuki. Oh, so now you're just stalling. Real reasonable.
Oh, no.
Hey, I trust in Lauren. There must be an explanation. I'm sure he'll share it when it gets around to her. Let's just trust in her method for now. There must be a reason for it. Besides, the quicker we're done with it, the quicker we can get on with our days. Thank you, Takahiro. First and foremost, does anyone have any questions for Katsuki?
Is that all?
Not particularly. It's normal to criticize the work of children. They'll never learn if you don't. It is.
Hey! So not cool!
It's totally normal. If they can make fun of my characters, I can make fun of theirs.
I need a drink.
Jesus Christ. Well, I don't particularly agree with them doing it, but at the very least, it was under an alternative account. If you did it on your primary account, I'm sure that would trigger harassment. Yeah, it was under my alt. Don't worry. I don't even know what an alt or this fic fan shit is. No shit, Sam's into it. Doesn't surprise me he's stooped to bullying children either. He's too weak to hold his own against anyone his own ego, so he's gotta punch down. Coward. Just like...
Girl, what?
You literally bragged to me last night about how you beat a kid in a go-kart race and made him cry one time. That's different. I wasn't gonna lose. That shit would be embarrassing. I didn't mean to make anyone upset. I guess I just got frustrated at how so many people misrepresented my ideas or characters. It sounds silly, but I put a lot of myself into my stories and themes. When I see people mischaracterize them or miss the core message, it just frustrates me. I feel like I have to correct it so that idea doesn't perpetuate and damage the artistic integrity of my works. Of course, I probably went a little far with it. If it's just fiction, I don't particularly care. I mean, yeah, it's weird, but it's such a non-issue compared to all the other shit that came out. Let's move on then. On to Uchiyama's. Now, I know some of you have your own reservations about her, but I'd like to ask that we approach this issue with sensitivity and grace. Please, if we can, I don't know why we'd even need to talk about it. Oh, so now we're all about that. I'm not certain what you mean. You're joking. She's been starving herself half to death for the last month. Isabel literally dumped all of her leftovers in her room to teach her a lesson. Oh, shit. Yes. God damn it, Smeeny. I didn't know that she was... Bullshit, you're only pretending to feel bad now because it'll look bad if you don't. I had no idea, really. I'm sorry, Takiko. I just wanted you to realize how severe your crime was. I didn't know you. I'm sorry. Why on earth are you apologizing? It's not your fault you felt you had to look like that. I mean, at least we know now, so we can help you. We just have to find some foods you like and... Are you insane? Huh? I was just trying to... My entire career is built on the fact that I look like this, that I look young and small, and easily approachable. When people are at their lowest moments, they don't want someone big and strong to drag them out of the light. They want someone small, gentle, underlevel to take their hand and coax them out, something that can't possibly hurt them. I've always had to be weak because that's what sells. If I don't have my looks, if I can't help people, if I'm not up to my agency standards, then I'm worthless. Taki. I get it. I feel slightly similar. Huh? When you're famous and constantly on screens, constantly being watched, your worth is determined by how many numbers you can bring in. And the way to bring in numbers for me was by turning up my personality to the max, selling an exaggerated version of myself until the lines between me and the Taka hero blurred completely. I still don't really know what worth I have outside of that, but I think it was part of why I hurt my staff so carelessly. It helped me feel like I had some sense of control over what was happening. That I was on top somehow, that I wouldn't easily get discarded if the numbers started falling. I imagine it's similar to why you sent your fans to. The slight amount of weakness Takiko had shown before immediately frosted over as she interrupted Taka. We're completely different situations. I understand it's hard to believe now, but going on like this isn't sustainable. I couldn't in good conscience leave you like this. So I'll be keeping an eye on your meals from now on, Uchiyama. We can work together to negotiate something that works. But it's the only thing Please. Alright. Thank you. Right. Now that we got that sorted, we can discuss mine. There. Was waiting really that hard? Is your sister as pretty as you? That's the first thing you want to ask? Christ. Yeah, personally, I'm more hung up on the child neglect. But to each their own, I guess. Is your sis still alive? I'll just explain fully. I feel that will be more productive. Have any ever heard of Wonder Child paper? A paper detailing an experiment on if it's possible to optimize a child's upbringing to improve IQ at a rare higher than average. Well, some of the wording is a little incorrect. It's more complicated than that, but if we were simplifying it, that would be an adequate explanation. I was a child using the experiment. I was born for it. Sounds kind of fucked up if you ask me. It's like you're boiling a kid down to stats and numbers. No kid deserves to go through that. I'm grateful for it. It clearly worked. I'm only where I am today in life due to the experience. Yeah, I'm sure your parents being researchers with a whole pile of funds and connections had nothing to do with it. You can say what you like about it, but a lot of the methodology has been successfully replicated already. If it was also successful though, I doubt you have so much to cover up. When my parents had me, they'd accounted for everything, aside from the fact that my mother happened to be pregnant with twins. They considered terminating the pregnancy, but eventually decided to keep us both, using my sister as a control of sorts. My parents never abused my sister, they simply let her live her life normally, do things as she pleased, left her to her own devices. If she also grew up similar to me, they'd know none of the ways they nurtured me had any effect, and it would disprove their hypothesis. So they got rid of her when she did disprove the hypothesis, so their research would still be valid? No, quite the opposite. She had a lot more struggles in school than I did, both behaviorally and academically. It became clear that if I left to just her basic human nature, she clearly wasn't as successful as me. To put a long story short, she started causing issues for my parents. They didn't want any of those issues to stress me out, so they limited her contact with me. Eventually, I hardly saw her at all. Next, I was told she'd gone to live with some other family. I believed it at the time. I was rather young and had fairly important exams to worry about. I went on with my life. I didn't think about it too much. It was only when I reached adulthood and the paper was published that she crossed my mind again. Her rejection seemed strange to me, but I trusted my parents did it for her safety. Should I have questioned it? Perhaps, but my parents had enough pushback. Once they released the paper and I was fairly busy with work at the time, and I just let it be. Is that a sufficient enough explanation? Yeah, I guess so. The whole thing just doesn't sound all that real. It sounds a little less malicious when you provide all the context, though. Even if there is fault, it lies in your parents, not you. Yeah, and when we get out of here, we can find your twin and find out if she's okay. And single. Jesus. Any further questions? Why are you still talking like your parents are watching? I'm not certain what you mean, Wang. Really? Wasn't the whole point of that thing to raise your IQ? If that's all the questions we're going to get, shouldn't we move on to your truth, Wang? Or perhaps the fact you lied about doing your diary yesterday to take those blueprints without consequence. Hey, cut me some slack. It was Pinky who said it was my idea. I never said anything myself, you all assumed. Well, you didn't exactly deny it, did you? What are you talking about? I told you it wasn't my dare. You clearly made it sound like sarcasm. No, I'd never do that. He stabbed me before. I don't know why we're surprised he'd lie. I assumed that he'd be a bit more careful about his behavior considering he'd just been let out. And you went back on your word having Blondie watch me last night. What was that about? Wait, if it wasn't your dirt, why did you steal those blueprints? It's not nearly as malicious as you think. Calm down. It's just that Laura is almost always scooped up, all very secretive with her plans. It makes me question how hard she's really working. I mean, we've been here for, what, a couple of months, and still no tangible progress on getting out? I thought I'd review what exactly I'm putting my stocks in. It's basic business. I hate defending him, but I get it. How much longer are we going to be stuck here? I don't know. You're working every day and you don't know? Haven't you got any leads? I thought we could escape through the sewage system. Unfortunately, it appears that the facility we're in is self-sustaining. The sewage just flows right into a treatment center in the facility and then right back into it. And then the ventilation system is proving equally as fruitless. Wait, so are we really, truly, properly stuck here? No, we're not. Wait, so you have found something? Well, don't be shy, share it with the class. Well, why would you share when there's like the warden, Mononeko, is watching you? Are you dumb? What the fuck? Well, I don't know what other avenues we could explore, but there has to be something. If we can't be stuck here, I won't allow it. But I feel like by the time we find a new avenue to explore the host, we'll catch on and prevent us from exploiting it. So it's hopeless? We're getting off track. This is meant to be about Wang. From now on, be careful not to write off his behavior as acceptable by presuming he's only doing something for a dare. It's becoming clear he's exploiting his motive to act however he'd like, because we've all become more likely to accept strange behaviors. Oh, come on, I only did it once. I'm not taking any chances. I feel like we're brushing off his actual truth here, though. It's pretty messed up. That's putting it lightly. What on earth could your crime possibly be, if something like that is only considered a minor secret by the game? I already told you I'm not exactly sunshine and rainbows. I got a few skeletons in my closet, and I've never tried to hide it. A few skeletons, girl. There's a whole catacombs in there. Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, I was only indirectly involved in that one. Some big food company told me to do some promotions over there. Their friend was wanting to give rural communities access to cheaper food during hard times and bad harvests. I guess I was blinded by my own nostalgia. I grew up in the countryside and remembered some cold, hungry winters. I thought, fuck it, it's good money, and it'll probably help some kids down the line. But I forgot how reliant some desperate people get. They turn to those shops and products because it was easier and cheaper than buying from the local farms. A few years down the line, the farm started to shut down. Not enough customers, not enough money, meaning those junk food shops were the only option the village had. It's a sad reality that happens to many of those places. I've seen it happen countless times. If you've seen it before, why'd you help it happen again? I thought people would be smarter, know not to ditch the roots, to stay self-sufficient. Guess I didn't realize how hungry people get. It's been decades since I've had an empty stomach at this point. But it was years ago. I don't know why they're making a big deal about it now. If you ask me, this motive ain't exactly all that fair. Some of you are like 10. It's natural I'd have more messed up secrets. I've lived longer and had more time to make those small mistakes. I really don't think crippling an entire small community counts as a small mistake. Oh yeah, totally. Guess a small mistake would be something more like crippling a 16-year-old girl, huh? Oh yeah, boom. Wang. What? Everyone else takes shots at each other's crimes. Why am I suddenly the villain when I do it? I mean, yeah, if Michael just shut the fuck up, then he wouldn't have said that. I'm just saying. We've already discussed this before. Yuzuki is sensitive. Can we cut this shit, Doc? Why the hell are we calling a fully grown adult woman? I mean, come on, it's getting ridiculous. She's closer to my age than she is to pigtails. Yet everyone is wandering around and calling her and stepping around her crime like she's 10. Do you not remember what she tried to do to herself? It was a month ago. She was going to kill herself again at this point. It would just be to give everyone a nice little scare so they go back to coddling her. All you're doing is rewarding her self-destructive behavior. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, it is getting fucking ridiculous. Molly needs a wake-up call, not people playing house with her like she's a victim in all of this somehow. But I understand it, but harsh approach like this is going to make her spiral and we'll be right back at square zero. Right back? We're still there and we're gonna keep being there as long as people like Sam keep holding her hand and telling her that it's okay she stalked some celebrity. That's not what he's doing. Then what is he doing? If you ask me, it's for himself. As soon as the other guy kicked the bucket, he needed something to fill the space. Someone to make him feel like a good person. Nice one, Takiko. No, that's not it. He cares about me. He does. Shinku, tell them. Remember you're there, Shinku. I want to defend her more, but my dear. Not to mention, I knew partially they were right. If we never brought this up, nothing would change with Maiko. And I was just making up for something, just not in the way they thought. I just needed to do it right this time. That's what I'd hoped to do with Maiko. But even with my good intentions, was I really getting nothing out of this myself? If I was being honest. Shishi. Oh God, please don't look at me like that. I shouldn't be surprised. He can't even look at her. Pathetic. I don't care. The two of them can do whatever they want. I just think we need to stop coddling Pinky. Let's face facts here. She stalked a woman, permanently injured a 16-year-old girl, and ruined the lives and careers of countless people. Don't put it like that. I mean, it's the truth. How else can it be put it? How else can we put it like that? You need to accept the truth more than anyone else here. You'll end up like the last guy. Do you want that? Huh? No, it's different. You don't get it. I really don't think that you get to be morally outraged after everything you've disclosed about yourself. So you think we should let her just stagnate like this forever? I think she's more aware about it than she lets on. I mean, look at her secret. She was obsessed with those forums, obsessed with finding people worse than her to feel better about herself in comparison. You don't do that unless you know you're pretty messed up and are just trying to convince yourself that you could be worse. Of course I would. You'd do the same. If you had felt for your whole life that you were rotten, undesirable, messed up, that you just fundamentally failed, you'll look for someone worse than you too. Someone to show you that you're not the worst. Something to show you that maybe beneath your failures there's a reason to not just give up completely. It's either that or you just don't face reality. You ignore it. You hide. Looks for that guy, yeah. And we know how that ends up, don't we? But you're still doing that, and everybody's playing into it, like it's nothing. She needs to grow up sooner or later, or else we'll be stuck coddling her through this motive like we did the last. And then someone else is going to have to get hurt again to protect her feelings. Yeah!
Oh my god. Your sister.
Michael looked at Takiko in horror, and sudden realization dawning upon her. No last motive, it was Takiko's hostage who got hurt in place of Yui. Of course. Takiko's sister had her life entirely uprooted to spare Michael's feelings, for someone whom Michael had already ruined the life of.
I'm going to be sick.
Michael covered her mouth and ran out, her whole body shaken. She seemed genuinely distressed. I wanted nothing more than to rush after her and hug her and tell her everything would be okay, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. She'd understand. Dude, if you really cared about her, you wouldn't give a shit about the deer. I'm just saying. You're a terrible person, Shinku. I was also certain, even if I did chase after her, if I talked to her, she might not even take it. Just justify your shit, okay? Keep justifying my bad shit, okay, Shinku? Wow, you're such a likable protagonist. Go fuck yourself. Or maybe she would. She'd hide behind me. I just knew I was worried. I knew I couldn't go after her, but I wanted to make sure she wasn't alone. No matter what, I didn't want her to be alone. Is she going to be okay? I think that was pretty harsh. I guess she needs to work through that stuff, but someone should go check on her. Shouldn't you do it? Isn't she your girlfriend or something? I can't. Just please, someone go check on her. I'll do it. I might have gone too far. Very well, just don't push it any further. I understand your frustration, but the rules I put in place for Yuzuki were to help her. Again then, but I think we need to give them a little review. I think this is just going to hurt her in the long run. You're right, I'll give them a review later. I think we need to start making progress. Maybe she could start working with you. That seemed to work out with me. Just don't push her too hard, okay? One step at a time. You're all missing the point. You're still coddling her. Fuck! I'd rather take things easy with her and have slow progress than ever did. He let out a long sigh. Never mind, I'll go check. She's not doing anything stupid. Fu stepped out to go look for her, walking past me and giving me a strange look as he did. Admittedly, and rather literally anyone aside from him went to go look for her, but I suppose I couldn't afford to be fussy. I was just glad someone was going after her. As long as she didn't hurt herself, I'd be happy. But I have a lot of explaining to do tomorrow. I'm sorry, Maiko. I hope she'll be okay, going off alone with a fool like that. He won't try to hurt her. There wouldn't be a point. We'd all know it's him. Well, if that's everything we wanted to cover.
Actually, there's something I'd like to discuss before we leave.
Dr. Ellis looked at Ismina with curiosity for a moment. Raising an eyebrow at Ismina's gaze, moved towards Ezekiel and Lyra.
Ezekiel, Why have you been enabling Chattel?
Huh? What the,
Don't be nonsensical, I know you've been giving her these.
Sweetie held the bottle of opioids she taken from Lyra yesterday. Harsh look in her eyes.
Hold on.
Where the hell did you...
I thought, especially considering her crime, we'd all agreed to limit Chattel's narcotics intake. Do you have any idea how dangerous this could be? Why are you encouraging this?
Huh? You've been doing what?
Yeah, I know, the music is too loud, I can't hear me.
I was wondering why she seemed so relaxed.
Hang on. What makes you think I'd be doing this?
Quite frankly, you're the only one stupid enough. Not to mention she's got you doing her bidding like you're her dog or something.
Oh, that's fucking rich coming from you. Even if I am, what's it to you? It's none of your business.
Zeke,
I think it's everyone's business. If it was up to me, she wouldn't have access to any of this nonsense.
Okay, now hang on. Let's just.
Lyra stepped forward to talk, but Zeke stepped in front of her, approaching his meaning.
You crazy? Are you seriously that detached? What did you want me to do, huh? Expect her to recover in a situation like this? Yeah, I'm sure having a lingering threat of death over your head constantly is great motivation to get better.
Well, taking them freely as she has been isn't going to do her many favors either, is it? Having access to a whole bottle like this? Are you actually insane? Do you actually care about her? Like, at all? What would you have done if things got a bit too stressful for her, huh? If she took all of them? If she overdosed?
God damn it, she's not some stupid teenager. She can manage that shit herself. Besides, you can't blame me. You saw how she looked when she was off. All that cold sweat, all that vomit. God, she couldn't even sleep. If you'd seen her like that, practically on death's door, you would have given him to her too. So don't you dare say I don't care about her. I care about her more than you ever will. You just want to have power over people. You just want to be right. That's the root of it. You just want to be more right than me. You just want me to be wrong. It was how it was with Mint, and you're trying to do the same thing here as well.
I mean, goddamn, he has a point. If he could only eloquently put it in a polite way.
Well, you both saw how things with men ended up, didn't you?
God damn it, I can't believe she actually said that.
oh my god.
Oh, I know. You didn't just...
Ezekiel had nothing to do with Mint's death, you fucking bitch. God damn it, but I still love his meanie though. Ezekiel charged forward towards his meanie, tried to grab her hair and pull it, but as he did, Lyra cut between the two of them, shoving them off of each other.
That's enough! Both of you. Jesus fucking Christ!
Did you hear the shit she was saying? Let go, and...
Well, she can say it to me instead.
What are you...
I don't know why the hell you're treating this like I had no say in it. Sure, Zeke's been giving me this shit, but only because I've been asking. If you got such a problem with it, then I'm equally at fault here.
I had to give them to you. I didn't want to lose you too.
Still, I'm the one who keeps choosing to take them. It's my choice. Frankly, it's kind of pissing me off how people are acting like you're the reason I'm still taking them. Like I don't have a say in it or anything.
Yeah, Lyra, tell her.
Please, just listen. We can't keep going like this. It's ridiculous. I can't sit by and watch you two enable each other until one of you dies.
Cersei is right.
Thank you! Someone here has some common sense.
Although I disagree on cutting them off completely. Going cold turkey would be incredibly dangerous at this stage. So I'll be regulating her intake from now on. I'll slowly taper her off them.
Nice one, Doctor. But aren't you busy with the escape plan or whatever? More work for you.
I'm not a child. I can figure this shit out myself. I don't want to be babysat.
Perhaps you should have thought about that before you proved otherwise.
I'll have Takiko get better accounts of the medicine storage. Make sure nothing is taken that shouldn't be. That should be enough to ensure Elias doesn't slip her anymore. This feels like you just keep piling on more and more things to watch or take care of onto yourself. Are you sure you'll be alright? I don't mind keeping an eye on Lion's dosage for you, Dr. Alenius. I appreciate you're a very busy woman. Oh, of course you want to do it. My only interest here is making sure things don't turn out like they did last time. You're so fucking rich acting like it's my fault. Do I gotta remind you who murdered him? Yeah, you tell him. Don't fret, I'll be fine, I promise. Well, if you're 100% sure, but I'm here if you need me. Thank you, Takahiro. Now, Chatel, come with me. We'll sort out your schedule together. He's so patronizing, Christ. Come on, we're just trying to help you here. You're acting like I'm completely incapable of helping myself if I wanted it. I understand you might feel that way, that we're treating you like that, but I don't think that's how the others are trying to come across. It's more they want to help you to get to that point, give you the structure and support together on your own. Well, if that's everything, you're all free to leave. Wait, my thing now. Oh great, the stupid meeting is never gonna end. Sorry, it'll be quick, I promise. What's up? I'd like to share my truth for today. What? Takahiro, please think about this carefully. This could... He shook his head, smiling at Dr. Eleni softly. There's no rule against sharing the truth, only your dare. And I'd like to share this on my own terms. Besides, most of you already know, but I don't care. I have to do this to the audience. Taka clambered onto one of the tables, making it so everyone could see him.
Before I was scared to say this, I was scared to be me. I was scared of what the audience would think of me. I knew if this became public, there'd be a massive scandal. And not the good kind. I'd become a talking piece, not a person. But I don't care about what the audience thinks anymore. I don't need them. There are more important things in life. Besides, I don't want any kind of audience who would just throw me away just for being me. I don't want parts of who I am to be weaponized against me, treated like secrets. That's just silly. So, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm trans. I'm trans, and I've always been trans. I've always known I was a guy. I am a guy. There's no changing that.
What? Weren't you always a guy in the first place? What?
And I don't care if people hate me for it, if they discard me, or if they see me as something I'm not. Because I'm a guy, and I know that. So does anyone with eyes. And anyone who can't see that is not worth keeping around. Not one bit. And it doesn't change the fact I'm me, the fact I'm Taka. Not at all. So, let them think what they want. It doesn't matter to me anymore. All that matters to me now is being me. And making me someone worth caring about. That's what's important to me in life.
So yeah, that's it, phew. Glad I got that off my chest. Just can't believe how much you changed. You never failed to surprise me, Taka. Surprised to make something like that your secret. I can't imagine many people would fault you for it. You would be surprised there's so much vitriol on social media these days. People will scapegoat anything and anyone. Oh, fucking hell. Here we go. Fuck. I was worried for the longest time that people would use my crime as a reason to demonize all people like me. Not just see it as my own individual mistake. But I was mainly worried about my fans still liking me. But I wouldn't want fans who would drop me just over being who I am. No way, Jose. Just hope none of you think of me any different, if you didn't know before. Of course not, none of us are stupid. Like I said, it doesn't change who you are. Moving against the word over to Ezekiel, usually is very judgmental about this sort of thing. I was sort of worried that he was going to handle it poorly. He took a few steps towards Saka and grabbed him. Before I could do anything about it, he was ruffling his hair, with a shit-eating grin on his face. Hell yeah, man, I'm glad you got the confidence to say it. Great golly goodness, Zeke, what are you? Didn't think you'd have the balls to say it publicly, man. I underestimated you. You're not judging? Duh, of course not. That would be pretty fucking stupid. If you ask me, this makes you more of a man than most people I know. One of the most badass things you can do is to go out there and be yourself confidently even while the world keeps trying to knock you down and demonize you for just existing. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise, alright? And when is this therapy session gonna be over? Let's affirm everything you believe. Yeah, absolutely, you've got it. Huh, go figure. Zeke had some confusing standards. That's because you're a fucking asshole, Shinku. You're a fucking asshole, that's why Zeke doesn't like you. That's a simple thing. That's the most basic of basic, I don't know. I was just glad it was being cut to Taka. I knew the widespread consequences of Taka being open about this in the outside world would likely be a lot, so it's nice you could give him a little respite while he was in the prison. And once Zeke stopped ruffling Taka's hair, a small figure from the corner approached, and with hesitance reached out and placed a gloved hand on the shoulder. He turned around and met her smile, a few words escaping their mouth that held more value to Taka than I could possibly imagine.
Hey, I'm proud of you.
Taka stood in silence for a moment, eventually returning us a good smile, taking their hands pretty suddenly.
Just you wait, Sugi. I'm going to become the Taka you thought you knew.
Huh? Hey, hang on!
No matter how much TV Taka I have to dig through, I'll find your friend somewhere in the rubble. I promise. Even if it takes working for Alora every day. Even if it takes losing my whole fan base. I'll get him back for you. I swear it!
Asuka seemed a little stunned, unsure what to think at first, but eventually squeezed Taka's hand in return.
Then, I can't wait to meet him again.
Yeah, and fuck Takiko, I guess. Let's just leave her... Let's just fucking forget about her struggle of eating disorder. Oh wow, Takiko suddenly showed up. I didn't expect that. At hearing that little flicker of chance, Taka's eyes lit up. It was as if for the first time in months, he truly felt alive again. The widest smile imaginable appeared on his face as he let Asuka's words linger in the air, only speaking again as Asuka let go of his hand.
Then I'll have to get on it right away. Alora, I'll get on checking the medicine storage right away. I'll be done so fast you won't have even gone to the lab before you have my full report. Just you watch.
Taka gave Asuka one last wink and raced out, the wind in his sails. Asuka was left in stunned silence, letting out a small laugh after a second to break the quiet. Jesus, quite something, isn't he? At least he's doing a lot better. My eyes moved over to Dr. Elenius, who had a small smile curling at the edges of her lips. Well, at least one of my plans seemed to be going well. I knew it, you were. Anyway, so don't come with me. Let's sort out the schedule. Fine, I'm coming. Everyone filtered out of the canteen one by one after the long meeting. I was admittedly very worried for Maiko still, especially after she rushed off, but at least Fu was watching her. I'm sure he wouldn't let her hurt herself, even if he was harsh on her. I just had to keep telling myself that she was a fully grown adult woman. She could handle herself for one day. She wasn't going to fall apart if I wasn't there to support her for just a day. It was going to be okay. And if I told myself that enough, I'd probably start genuinely believing it. I knew if I just stayed randomly wandering around the prison, I'd eventually get too paranoid and try to seek her out to see if she was okay. So I decided to return to my cell, thinking holding myself up in there for the day would diminish the temptation somewhat, or at least mean I wouldn't randomly run into her. Well, that's a lot to unpack. But as I entered my cell, I was surprised to see who I found inside, rifting through my belongings. Rifling, not rifting.
Really?
Fool, what on earth are you doing in my cell?
Holy.
Jesus, kid, you scare me. Can't you knock next time? It's my room, you asshole. Apologize, let me go and knock on the door to my own cell. Shit. Can't you explain what exactly you're doing in here? Hey, easy now, kid, we're all friends here. No harm, no. You better have a good explanation or I'm telling Dr. Elenius, and I doubt she'd be so lenient with your second offense in 2 days. Now, kid, no need to get so hasty with me, but I gotta remind you of what the motive is. Do you seriously think I'm stupid enough to fall for that a second time? A little bit. What on earth are you doing? First the blueprints, now this. I'm almost starting to think you. So that's why I didn't run after Pinky herself. You can't talk to Pinky, huh? Hold on. That's my dear. Does that mean... My eyes moved over to the envelope on the desk. He let out a low chuckle. That's not just yours either, kid. Some real interesting stuff in some of those, let me tell you that. That shouldn't be allowed. We're not allowed to tell each other our dares. They said nothing about reading them. Pretty neat loophole, huh? And you're not gonna tell a soul if you're smart. Why not? There's nothing stopping me. I don't care if you tell everyone my secret. Yeah, who cares what you think, Shiko? You keep telling everybody's secret. Well, you clearly care a little bit, otherwise you wouldn't be avoiding Pinky. Yeah, I only care about it getting published everywhere. Everyone here will understand they have to. Yeah, the doc seems pretty convinced her little meetings solve every issue, huh? Yeah, but I'm not so sure they'll understand Pinky's truth this time. What? Let me tell you, kid, it's bad. It can't be. Don't play dumb. You've seen her crime, you know exactly what she's capable of. But I like you, kid. You're a good sport, so how about a small deal, huh? What do you suggest? You stay quiet about this, I stay quiet about her secret. Oh, and just a little bonus to seal the deal. If you stay quiet, I'll do one of two things. I can get someone to watch over her all day in your stead. Make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Do any of that stuff you're so convinced she'll do if you lose sight of her for just a day. Or I'll tell just exactly what terrible secret of hers is. What's with the hesitation? It's an easy choice if you care about her. I know, but that secret, just how bad could it be? Now hang on, this was Foos we're talking about. He was probably just bluffing, just trying to make me feel bad. But on the off chance he wasn't, I mean, all the affection he did seem to previously hold for Michael seemed to be gone. I could tell it in the way he talked about her. Even if it was something awful, maybe it was best to live in blissful ignorance. Tell myself it was just a bluff. What am I thinking? It had to be a bluff. Keeping her safe is the highest priority. Even if she has her issues, I can't let her get hurt. Promise me she won't be left alone. That's about what I expected. Fu seemed to look at me with a strange mixture of pity and disappointment, letting out a sigh and walking past me. Well, a deal's a deal, kid. You don't tell anyone I was here, I'll have someone watch over her. Pleasure doing business with you. Fu shoved his hands in his pocket and walked out, a bubbling feeling of anger rising in my chest. He seemed to linger by the door for a moment, as if I was waiting to see if I'd do anything, stand up to him, surprise him. But I couldn't. No, not before he left. I was too stunned at how just attached I'd become to her. I didn't want any harm to come to her. I didn't want things to become difficult. I didn't want to have to think. Well, who am I kidding? I didn't want to think from the start. The reason why she'd made so little progress with understanding the severity of her crime is because I danced around it almost as much as she did. I didn't want her to be a terrible person. I didn't want to have to second guess if it was okay for me to want her to be safe, want her to be happy. I just wanted an easy way to make things right. An easy way to make things right. That's always what I seem to want. Isn't it, Akari? Can she go do anything? Stand up, dude. All I knew was that stowing in my own thoughts right now was dangerous. I needed to do something, anything to pass this day. I should find someone to talk to or do one of those tapes or just sleep. Hopefully the day would be over before I knew it. Oh, cool. I can end it here now. So this is Danganronpa Antebellum. If you want to try it again for yourself, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Gosh, she goes so pathetic. Oh gosh. So many truth bombs. Like people are getting fed up. Fu and is, I think, yeah, only the two are getting fed up with Michael getting coddled like, you're an adult grown woman. Yeah, because they keep coddling her that she's unable to understand the severity of what her crime is. Oh boy.